What's up, everyone? Welcome to Toxic Hustle. Welcome to Toxic News and Toxic Trading. My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. So what we're going to talk about is Crypto Spring brings Plunder. We're bringing it back. A lot of people have been asking me personally to bring back our crypto talks. What we're going to be doing is bringing back as a private newsletter, just because to be able to do what we're getting ready to do, it needs to be more privatized, just because we have to give benefits to the people that really want it, and not just pump out a bunch of content just because we're pumping out content. So what we're going to be bringing it back as is a private newsletter, but more on that in a minute. Let's go ahead and get into the news. So McDonald's is charging $18 for a Big Mac. And this is pretty much a Big Mac meal in New York City. And people are wigging the hell out about what's going on, because not only is McDonald's raising their prices again, it's not just them, everybody is. So what we're going to be looking at is not only the increase of the bottom line to a lot of companies, but also the increase in the cost that trickles down to everyone else. But we have to also look at how bad this is becoming, because it's not just the fact of the prices that are being raised on what was supposed to be the cheapest of food. It's across the board. I was talking to my wife, and realization hit that eggs are at $6. Now think about that. That's 50 cents an egg. 50 cents or more an egg. So what does that do to everyone else putting out products, as far as meals and food? Even it is so when you're dealing with the fact that your cost just to go to the supermarket is up, what is the retail sector or the fast food companies having to deal with? And you add the fact of the cost that it takes to onboard somebody and pay their salaries as they keep going up. So what you're going to be seeing is what we're seeing here, why Citigroup is laying off and everybody is laying off employees, is because they're trying to reduce the cost of service labor with automation to then keep prices as is and stabilize that, rather than, hey, maybe we need to take a look at the top down approach and look at our executives and see where we can cut the big head baby in the room. So you got a big head baby, so all of the executives, all of that executive pay is the top heavy stuff, and you're getting rid of the baby feet. You're just stumbling over, and that's what most of these companies are. They're too top heavy with no bottom workforce to be able to sustain themselves, because they refuse to reduce the executive costs. So we're seeing some executive layoffs. We're also seeing many cities across the United States could become ghost towns by 2100. Again, most of these major cities, as they are laying off multiple people, are reducing the need for you to commute to work, which I always say, what sense does it make to commute to a computer? It doesn't. So this is what we're going to have to deal with. We're going to have to deal with these transitions as more and more things become automated, as more and more businesses and or jobs become redundant or made redundant, because there's no need for a physical person to do something that can be automated. What does that mean for crypto? Well, again, I want to remind everyone, crypto right now is nothing more than a financial database, and currently has no business use cases. So everything that we're dealing with is narrative. but those narratives can play and those narratives can make money, period. As I've shown y'all in 2021, as for those of you that have watched since, that have seen me and listened to me since 2016, 2017, this is the time when those transactions will begin. Right now, this is when you start to look at crypto. This is why we're bringing Crypto Plunder back, is because this is the time to begin looking at crypto to buy low and sell high. But you're also checking for narratives. We're looking at narrative plays. So what are our narratives? First things first, you got Solana. Solana's drop, which is supposed to be this great crypto. Not only has it been out for days at a time, 5 days. Like right now, this was talking about 5-hour outage. No, there's been times it's been out for days at a time. Blockchains are not supposed to be down. If they are down, that means they're databases. And if they're databases, they're centralized. And if they're centralized, then that goes against the fact of decentralization. And the fact that you can't even mine the damn thing. Now, I know there's a bunch of Solana heads that'll get pissed off, but that I have nothing to do with that. The fact is yes, it's fast. It's fast because it's centralized. But it's down. And it's been every year. You're gonna so if you go if you go back in time, last year, 2023, 2022, 2021, you're gonna find news articles of Solana being down. That's just facts. So we're gonna have to deal with the fact that Solana is a database, and it's not a true blockchain. Because it shouldn't be down. A server goes down. Blockchains are supposed to stay up because they're decentralized enough that if one falls or fails, you have multiple redundancies. You don't hear Bitcoin being down because there's way too many miners all over the world mining it, that if one computer goes down or 2 computers goes down or 15 computers go down, that's not a problem. 1,000 computers go down, that's not a problem. Because there's hundreds of thousands of machines mining Bitcoin. And that's what we need to deal with right now, is the decentralization of this technology and who and what narratives are going to allow us to be able to make money with it. So, of course, Congress is yelling at Yellen, telling her to please figure out some way to have crypto, whether or not cryptos are commodities and or securities. Right now, Bitcoin is the only commodity. That's like gold, silver, platinum, palladium. Bitcoin is a commodity. That is why once the narrative was finally broached, that's why the ETF was passed. That's why the ETF in America has passed, is because it is a commodity. By the SEC's own standard, it is a commodity. Don't care how nobody feels about it now. Now we can start looking at other potential securities, which right now Ethereum has been teetering on that edge of being a security. So we have to look at that. And anything that looks like Ethereum teeters on the edge of being a security. So what does that mean for the long-term effects of crypto when these securities begin to get securitized? Well, it just means that now you're not going to see as many ETFs pop off, but we're going to see a flood of cash flow into Bitcoin. And with that, the people that have bought or are buying now, dollar cost averaging, and the people that will reap the benefits of the altcoin summer, which could be this fall or it could be this summer. When altcoins begin to pop, they're going to move their cash flow out of Bitcoin, selling high, and move them into altcoins before they pump. And I've actually been seeing some of that happening now. So let's not get twisted. It's already starting to begin. Also, what we have is cryptocurrency miners are now going to have to report their energy usage. So this is a way to reduce the amount of people who can actually potentially mine cryptocurrencies, unless it's cryptocurrencies that aren't using as much electricity. We're going to start seeing those popping off, but just running huge ass mining farms is going to be not in your best interest, according to the government, because they're talking about their grid and blah, 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 blah. So let's just get ready to see what happens, because as this information begins to make itself known, we're going to see crypto begin to have some quote unquote growing pains as it becomes industrialized. And this is the beginning of the industrialization of crypto on the world stage. This has been happening behind the scenes, as I showed y'all in videos in 2021, summer of 2021, and a little bit of fall of 2021. I showed you how China was bringing their miners over here. So just be prepared that not everybody's going to be able to mine cryptocurrencies unless it's a low energy output. So you're going to be looking for coins that present that for you. Also, BlackRock's spot ETF continues to surge. Millions of dollars are flowing into this ETF over the counter, so it's not affecting the price until these exchanges have to buy crypto on the open market. Remember, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. And with people like Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy, hits 8 billion in Bitcoin holdings in record acquisition. So you've got people, let me show you a image of him. Let me show all articles. This guy, MicroStrategy buys 37.2 million more Bitcoin ahead of the halving cycle. And the halving is this spring. It's in April. Which means he has close to what they're saying here, 8 billion in holdings. So as more and more people are buying Bitcoin, regardless of how anybody feels about it, that asset is beginning to be scarce. And the scarcer it becomes, we know the law of scarcity. It means price will have to go up. So as the halving makes it even more scarce because even less Bitcoin is going to be mined, it also means that the price of Bitcoin will have to surge. Of course, there may be a halving dump, but after that, we're going to see the beginning of the run-up, because next year will be the super run-up. That'll be crypto summer to crypto fall. JP Morgan saying that the Bitcoin Trust, as well as the government, is getting ready to sell off crypto, sell off Bitcoin. People don't realize that the government holds a hell of a lot of Bitcoin. So get ready to potentially to see a dip. I didn't open my trading thing. Hold on. Get ready, because there should be, it was in for this week. Let me go into the, oops, move this out of the way. There we go. Go into the weekly. We go into the weekly. This week is pumping, but as I told y'all, it can be anywhere between 1 to 3. So this, either right here or right here. So next week, this week or next week, we could either this is a surge to keep it above the line, and we'll see some type of negative trend next week. It could be anytime in this zone. We also have in March a potential dip. So this could be a run up to a dip again, but between now, next week, which is the 12th, the week of the 12th, through the week of the 18th of March, we could see a surge and then a potential push back down, because as you can see, Bitcoin's up 2% today. So while this week should be a down week, we could be a holdover for next week for it. Right now, we could be getting basically a surge pump because the system, like, this is known across. Now the people are starting to see what I've been talking about for multitudes of years, the seasons of Bitcoin. And what I've been noticing, especially in this cycle, I've been seeing pumps people are forcing buys right now so that you don't have major collapses at major dip points. I've been seeing it over and over and over again, where we're supposed to have dips like we have here, but we've had pumps through those dips. One of those have been here back in December, where it surged when there was supposed to be a dip point. So I'm watching more and more pumps happen in dip zones. So I'm going to be also looking to make a calendar for surge and run-ups. That's going to be part of what we're going to talk about right now, which is our crypto newsletter. The Crypto Plunder is coming back as our crypto newsletter. And you'll be able to get access to our watch list. There's going to be some public news. I've been doing a lot more private news. And it's going to be $1.99 a month to get access to some of the trades we're doing. I used to put those trades out all the time. I know a plethora of y'all have made some good money on the trades that I recommended. And right now we are going to bring that back. But it's going to be private newsletter only. We will be working on a Discord group. I'm working on the automation for that, which will also be our signals group, so that the crypto pumps where we have those dips and potential surges, especially through this summer. That's going to be a part of the Discord group once it launches. It's not ready to be launched yet, but right now what we're doing is we're going to launch out the daily newsletter. The daily newsletter will be written. You'll see parts of our charts and our screens. There'll also be some videos. It's not going to be every single day, but we will be working. Right now we're working on being able to at least make them a good majority of them video based. So this way you'll get access to the videos and you'll be able to see what we're talking about, what we're doing, how we're trading. Also, there's going to be courses that are going to be part of this subscription that's going to be absolutely free. What we want to do is offer as much value as possible. And this will also bring capital in that we'll be using to even to do the extra trades that we need to do, so that we can show you exactly what we're buying, how we're buying it. And this will allow us to grow the trading sector, the side of our business, especially before next year, because next year is the surge, this is the pump. So what we're going to do is we're using this as our own, bootstrapping our own cash flow into the system and bootstrapping our own business models to trade. And this will allow us to do all the trading that we need to do. That's $1.99 a month, so little as 7 cents a day. You can be able to trade with us, be able to see what we're trading, be able to see some of the research we're doing, because we're working on what coins are going to be doing well this year. There's a bunch of coins I will not talk about through the news. But for crypto itself, we're going to keep that under our hats. We don't want to create any major surges in prices or any pumps and dumps. We're concentrating on the best coins that's going to give us the best bang for the buck, as we're building our automation tools to be able to give us the data that gives us insights into what's going to be the winning coins that we'll be able to buy early, and then which ones are going to pump on their own that doesn't even need our help. So That's going to be the end of this. We're going to keep it semi-short today. I wanted to run through the news, let y'all know what we're seeing right now, let you know what's getting ready to come with our crypto newsletter, that we are bringing Crypto Plunder back, that we're also going to be bringing some trading journals as well as some videos to help people get into trading and see better and figure out what coins are going to be the best for their portfolio, as well as in the newsletter be able to give you insights that not everybody's going to have. Like I said, we're keeping a lot of things under the hat now. It's time to not cast our jewels everywhere and keep them only for our community. So if you're interested, be sure to go to toxichustle.com/crypto newsletter. As you see, I'll end up putting the link into the description, most likely in the next video, but it's toxichustle.com/crypto-newsletter. All right, so that's it for Crypto Plunder. My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. I'll talk to you later. Peace.